Hi, I'm Katie, and I'm reading the Akashic records and channeling the highest light Reiki energy for the collective energies for the new moon, June 28th, 29th, 2022. And this is an energetic painting, so watching it, you can also receive Reiki energy and then learn whatever is coming through. So it was really a lot of activating high frequency, high energy in the beginning when I was tuning in, actually, throughout the whole reading. I captured that it felt like dancing in it. There felt like a swinging. The light was kind of flickering on and off. It almost felt like power was going out, such a high wattage of energy bursting. So it was like electricity bursting through the light. The light is so powerful that it's almost physical. It's hard to articulate, but it's like it takes over these man-made spaces that are holding the light, like it's coming and naturally moving through these structures. It's like we don't need the middleman or the light bulb that's holding the electricity. The electricity is moving through us now, and it's activating. I can feel it in my hands when I was tuning in, and I'm almost it almost feels like my hands were paws. So feeling into like the animal in me, like the sort of the raw animal instinct. And I see a large cat, something with paws and sharp claws, and it's igniting our power. All this light coming in out of the hands, the paws, stepping into that power, stepping into that divine feminine. It's a cat-like, which comes up a lot in my readings. Is this large white cat, wild cat, like a panther. It moves with a slinky, sexy, graceful but powerful way, really claiming its territory. So this trust in self, this lack of fear. It's just a complete power and no fear. It feels really nice to be with right now, really comforting. I feel really held, but I see it going into attack mode, protection, where it roars. It stands up to fight in a way, or at least to exert power, to show its teeth. It just keeps showing me it's shaking its head and shaking energy off, but it almost like a slow motion roar, power stance. And it's like, embrace who you really are. Embrace your power, embrace your natural instincts, your natural knowing. You have everything you need. It's really coming into our power. And it's a ferocity. I feel like it's a bit connected with people recognizing some anger, boundary violations, and this rage, this erupting out, almost like a mother cat defending her young. But it needs to come out. And I'm connecting with a volcano now, and I see lava flowing down this volcano. It's erupted and it's open. The energy is expanded out. It's like the beast has been woken. So much power coming out of it. It's earth shaking, really. It's affecting everyone and internally. It's waking up these energies of power, righteousness, standing up for yourself. It's like a phase of the ego, really, but it feels like energies that are getting activated to step into who we are, what we're really doing here, and this has to happen. So this volcano has to erupt basically in order to move into that space. Again, it's like somewhat of that Kali energy. In previous reading, I've been picking up on that feminine dark destruction yet creation, because it's letting all of this out in order to move into and create something new that has to happen. And the masculine has to hold that feminine in a space of release. It has to feel safe to do that. So internally within us, the balance between the masculine and feminine is really needed. So we're called into growth, to really hold ourselves in our grief, pain, anger, rage, to be a steady rock for ourselves. This masculine can hold all of this and allow it, and to lead us forward with this energy, this like loving father masculine energy, divine masculine. This is really powerful energy. It's really big. It's not anxiety, but it's a deep strength, a deep knowing, very empowering to be with. And if we can ride on this wave of power of empowerment, and it's a power within, we can move mountains. So much can change. And this is where the change will come from, this destructive, chaotic, opening energy, so present, so real, so raw. There's a lot of information in it. It's in the volcano, almost like a birth too, like an eruption and opening. I see as it's spurting out of all the energy from the volcano, lava and heat. There's information there. There's messages, intuitive gifts along our path. We're getting information. It's going to be really an awakening time, preparing us for more. And it's a gateway. I'm seeing an arrow, feeling into that like embryo forming from like an insemination, creation, energy, masculine momentum, action. It's a beautiful fluid combination between these energies, and that is the key and balancing that within, finding that balance within. Really, we're going to want to do this out in the external, maybe get caught in metaphorical destruction. Chaotic energy will present itself around us in this environment, and it might feel, we might have the urge to go into protection and to what you see around you. But this metaphorical volcano and energy of it, the message here is to look within your own system, your own body, your experience of the divine masculine and feminine within you. And I do see them coming together. And this is also relationally, but it's the guidance here is around the internal experience, weaving in and out in a spiral, which starts to look like DNA. So the merging, the working together of these energies within yourself, it's about naming, noticing, being present with the self, allowing, and also taking action and creating a safe, stable ground to do that. It's all about that balance. It's not a stable ground, and the stable ground, it's not a stable ground built from survival. That's the opposite. That's the weakened masculine and feminine. The divine is a state of trust and a state of flow and a state of knowing, confidence, clear, power, focus, step-by-step momentum, small steps towards goals, and goals are going to be more inward these days. They're going to be less about, I want this house, this life, this external things. We're still going to have these experiences, but the focus is going to be less on that and more on what's actually being felt inside and how the experience of it all is, like meeting those needs internally. When there's a pull for something external, we can focus and become obsessive, hooked, or attached. But if we can create a space in between the external thing and the thing inside you that wants the external thing, and it's like that turning your head towards that which is inside and looking at that need. Why is that you inside not okay with what is currently happening? So it's like my heart, solar plexus, all are really strong, lit up, the throat as well. That's where your power is. Let go of the outer. That's just ego control. We don't have that control. It's so cliche, but it is this turning into that, looking at it, being with it, and taking the action steps to care for it, to keep it nurtured. Not this scarcity mindset where we have to have, enough money, the right job, all the things. And it's like, let things be a little messy. We might have the urge to tidy things up, but we have to allow things to erupt. But focusing in on how we work with it, slowing it down, turning to what is happening inside of us, what's getting triggered, what are the thoughts, what are the emotions, look at that. That's all you have to do. That is the goal, to work with that, to be the strong masculine, to hold that, let it break open and release into that divine feminine. It's like we need to have the masculine energy to trust the direction for us, and maybe to help us define it, instead of blocking it or trying to clean it up, and just so that there can be that allowing for that more vulnerable, powerful, wild energy. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.